Welcome back to AM Northwest. If you're looking for delicious ways to use up all your zucchini, our next guest is here to help, here to share his recipe for zucchini pesto and pasta. We welcome back food and travel journalist J.M. Hirsch. Hi, J.M.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. I see you're at the lake serving breakfast and dinner. And this is for dinner.
This is what's for dinner because, you know, it's that time of year when we all have massive zucchinis in the yard.
Yes.
And what do you do with them, right? Because, you know, we generally, for like sauteing or for grilling or whatever, you want smaller zucchini because they have a better texture. You know, when they get big like this, they have too many seeds, too much water, they're a little starchy.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the solution.
Okay. I can't wait to see it.
So I came up with a recipe where the texture of the zucchini doesn't matter because we're going to puree it and we're going to turn it into a pesto-like sauce.
Ooh.
Okay? So what you're going to do, I've already done it because I didn't want to blow your ears out with the blender, but you're going to grab your blender and you're going to take either 2 regular zucchini if you want. But again, this is the perfect excuse to use your oversized zucchinis. Grab one of those big honking ones and chop it up into, like, you know, 1-inch cubes. The size really doesn't matter as long as it will blend easily in whatever size blender you have. Okay. So chop up one of those. You're going to throw in then, for a creamy texture, you're going to throw in a can of white beans. Okay. Now I'm using Great Northern beans, but you can use navy beans, whatever white beans you like. You can drain them, but don't rinse them. You want some of that starchy water that clings to them because that's going to help thicken up the sauce, okay?
Oh, that's genius. And that's protein, too. And we're all about protein
Exactly.
these days.
Lots of protein. It's really filling, and it's also going to give it that really creamy consistency.
Ooh.
Of course, it's pesto, so we need some Parmesan cheese. Yeah, and then a little bit of red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat, but not like noticeable heat. It's going to brighten all of the flavors. It's so good. If you like more heat, like I do, you could also use a fresh jalapeno pepper, which is delicious. Okay. And then, of course, it's not pesto without basil. I use about a half to a quarter cup, depending on how much basil you like. Use as much as you want. And here's, oh, by the way, here's the other thing. This recipe is incredibly flexible because if you have summer squash, you can use those instead of the zucchini. The color will be a little bit different, but the taste will be delicious. Okay?
And you thought of this yourself, adding beans to a pesto.
Yeah, because once you puree those beans, it's going to be so creamy and delicious. And, you know, that's what you want. You want that kind of rich flavor and that rich consistency. And that's going to balance out the zucchini.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
So you're going to throw all of that into a blender and you're going to puree it until it looks just like this.
I love that color.
Okay?
Yep.
And then you're going to boil up some pasta and drain it. Now, normally, I would actually just throw the pasta back into the pot that I cooked the pasta in. And then I would proceed with the recipe in the same pot. So it's a 1-pan deal. But I want to use a skillet just so that you can see it.
Yeah.
I wanted you to be able to see it a little bit. So I'm using a skillet in this case.
Okay.
So I like to use a whole wheat pasta because it has a more robust texture and flavor, but you can use any pasta you like.
Okay. My doctor just told me to only eat whole wheat pasta, by the way, so.
I really like it. I actually prefer the texture and the taste of it, but, you know, do whatever pasta you like. So after you've cooked your pasta, after you've blended your sauce, your pesto, you're going to throw everything back into the pot and over medium heat, and you're going to combine it. Now, we're not really cooking this sauce. What we're really doing is heating it. But in the process of heating it, the starches in the water, in the bean water that we didn't rinse off, those are going to start to thicken, and it's going to really coat the pasta. So it looks a little liquidy right now, but it's actually going to thicken up as we heat it, and it's going to really cling to that pasta, and it's going to make a really thick, creamy sauce, and it's exactly what you want. Now, here's the best part, okay? And I discovered this by accident. You're going to make this, you're going to eat it for dinner. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be creamy, cheesy, basil-y, summery, you know, through and through. Let's say you got leftovers, okay? Now, this is the best part. I love it. Throw those leftovers into the refrigerator. They're going to firm up, you know, because pasta tends to firm up when it's refrigerated after cooking. And the sauce is also going to thicken up a little bit. Then, all right, now, go to your refrigerator, go to your freezer, go to your garden, whatever. Grab yourself some cherry tomatoes, grab yourself an onion, grab some peas from the freezer, grab some fresh corn and cut the kernels off. Use whatever vegetables you've got, okay? Cut them up nice and small, toss them in. You have just made a basil pesto zucchini pasta salad that is to die for.
That sounds delicious.
Doesn't it? And again,
and it looks delicious. We're looking at the picture with the lake behind it, by the way. Look at the lake behind it. You're rubbing it in.
Lake living is the best living. But, you know, I discovered it by happy accident because I was testing the recipe to make sure it worked.
Yeah.
And I had leftovers. And I thought, well, what am I going to do about these leftovers? I just threw some veggies in, and it was so good. It was so good, pasta salad. And this is what you end up with for you know, round one. And oh, look at that. It is
like
so
the
beautiful.
Perfect dish for August.
Right? And then, of course, you need a little bit more Parmesan cheese on there. You can never have enough. You throw some fresh pepper on there, and it's so yummy. I just love it because it tastes like summer, and yet it's still robust. It's light and yet robust all at the same time.
And it's easy and quick, and we can all make it for dinner tonight.
Exactly.
JM,
One
you
pot
are the
only.
best. Yes, we need to add recipe developer to your title for the next
There we go.
You're the best recipe developer. Okay, thank you so much, JM.
Thank
Good to see you. Yes, we're going to have that recipe.
Good to see you. Enjoy.
Okay, we'll have that recipe on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Stay with us.